You know, sometimes the most amazing stories pop up in the most unexpected places. Today, we're not digging through some dense professional analysis or anything like that. Nope, we're diving into a local cricket club's match report. And trust me, inside this report is this incredible, universal story about why we play sports, what it really means to compete, and how you can find a win even when you lose. Let's get into it.
Okay, right off the bat, pun intended, you know this is going to be a different kind of story. In a game filled with human drama, the author says the absolute star of the day, the MVP, wasn't a player. It was the brand new, shiny white pitch covers that kept the field dry. I mean, what a perfect way to start. It just tells you right away, this is about way more than just who won and who lost.
All right, so let's set the scene. You've got our home team, DNL, and they're facing a team called Bond Beach. The DNL captain loses the coin toss, which is never a great start, and they're sent out to field first. And it turns out they're facing a Bond Beach team that's been completely rebuilt and is, well, an absolute powerhouse. It was shaping up to be, as the report puts it, a really tough day at the office.
And tough might be an understatement. From the very first ball, Bond Beach's batters came out just swinging for the fences. We're talking super aggressive, walking down the pitch, trying to hit everything out of the park. The report compared it to facing the Richmond Academy, just this relentless, high-powered attack that put DNL on the back foot immediately.
And the speed of this onslaught, it was just staggering. Bond Beach absolutely smashed their way to 50 runs in only the first 5 overs. Now, DNL was a bit rattled. They had a few fumbles in the field, which didn't help, but wow, that's a brutal opening. The kind of start that could have completely broken the team's spirit right then and there.
But here's the thing. They didn't break. Not at all. Instead, DNL decided to dig their heels in and fight back. So what was the big change? The crucial adjustment? They changed the pace of their bowling. They started taking some speed off the ball, messing with the batter's rhythm. And you know what? It started to work. They started to draw blood.
This was the turning point for sure. The bowlers Angus, or Gus, and TB came on and just completely flipped the script. Gus went bang bang, taking 2 wickets in just 3 balls. One of them hit the stump so hard it left them with a leaning Tower of Pisa look. I love that description. All the while, TB was showing his battle-hardened class, bowling with amazing control, and their fielder Joey was just a vacuum, gobbling up 3 crucial catches.
And with the door now kicked open, the rest of the team just stormed right through. Sammy B and Jules came on and they just dismantled Bond Beach's lower order batters with incredible speed. Wickets just started tumbling one after another, and it all finished with this amazing flourish, a brilliant direct hit run out by the birthday boy Harry Penwright. What a way to end a really challenging innings.
So after that incredible fight back, the first half of the game is over. DNL managed to get all of Bond Beach's batters out, but there was a very, very imposing challenge left waiting for them.
232. That was the mountain they had to climb. I mean, just let that number sink in. That is a huge score in this format of cricket. To get that many runs, you need skill, you need discipline, and you probably need a little bit of luck too. The pressure was definitely on.
But before the real drama of the chase began, there was this really beautiful, really human moment. For the very first time, a father and son, Jules and Harry Penwright, walked out to open the batting together. You know, photos were taken, and for just a minute, all that pressure of the big score was replaced by this little piece of personal history.
And then, reality hit. Hard. The very first ball comes down and it looks pretty slow, pretty inviting. The father, Jules, he sees his chance for glory. His eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. He takes this huge swing and just gets the tiniest little edge on the ball, and it goes straight to the wicketkeeper. He's out. A really funny, almost tragic end to this big, momentous partnership.
And from that moment on, things just went from bad to worse. See, the bowling was slow, but it was deceptive. It was moving all over the place on a tricky pitch. And as you can see here, the wickets just fell in this catastrophic cascade. Batsmen were getting castled. That's when the ball just zips past you and smashes into the stumps. Or they were yorked, where the ball lands right at your feet and you can't do anything about it. One after another, they were sent walking back. And just like that, the game was pretty much lost. But in the middle of all that carnage, one player was a total beacon of light. While all of his teammates were struggling, this one guy, Tom H., nicknamed the Howitzer, put on an absolute masterclass.
His whole approach was just completely different. He wasn't trying to smash the ball. No, he played with what the report calls a gorgeous touch. He used beautiful timing and just caressed the ball into the gaps all around the field. It was elegant, it was controlled, it was just a joy to watch, a real lesson in grace under pressure.
But even the Howitzer's brilliance couldn't stop what was coming. His amazing innings ended on a pretty questionable call from the umpire, and then a short time later, a misjudged run ended the whole match. And just like that, it was over. An early finish to a really tough day.
So yeah, a huge loss on the scoreboard. But, like we said right at the start, this story isn't really about the final score. The real victory, the real thing to take away from this day, was something else entirely.
And this is it. This is the heart of the whole thing. The guy writing the report, he doesn't end with disappointment. He ends with pure joy. The fight back, the father-son moment, the individual brilliance, even the big collapse, it was all part of a day spent just hanging out with friends. The result? It didn't really matter. The experience, that was everything.
Which kind of leaves us with this final thought, right? We all have these games we play, whether it's on a sports field or in the office, or just in our own lives. And this simple story from a little local cricket club kind of forces us to ask, beyond the scoreboard, beyond the obvious result, what truly defines a win for you?